I've never seen it.
I tried to look at movies that you had seen that I had not, Lindsay.
Yeah.
And I wanted to rewrite one of those.
Oh,
there's a lot of
incredible.
movies and stuff I haven't seen, but I've also, I think, written like 20 for this, so I'm running low on them.
Yeah, I would imagine.
So I have never seen A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Oh my God.
The Hunger Games.
Wait, what?
I literally hate that you picked that one.
This is
Lindsay's
the new Hunger Games
mad.
movie. This is the Hunger Games that's still maybe in theaters,
It
or at
might
least
be.
like tapering
oh,
off
this is
of
the
being
Peter
in theaters.
Dinklage one?
It's
Yeah.
Okay. It's the new one.
The
Got
Dinklage
it.
Games.
The one
The
that
Dinklage
nobody's
Games?
watching.
Right.
This
right,
is the
right.
Fantastic Beasts of the Hunger Games,
Yes.
Right, okay.
which, if there's any indication, means that there'll definitely be a bunch of good ones, and someone will vape the Holocaust, like in Fantastic Beasts. So I've never seen. I've seen the other Hunger Games movies. I want to do the script before we talk too much about it.
Great.
But then we can talk about this. But I have seen Hunger Games 1, 2, and 3, and 3B, and
Right.
liked 1, liked 2, 3 was fine. 3B was like I thought laughable.
Okay.
Like people were upset in the theater because I went and saw it in the theaters, and people were just like, it was a little shark jumpy and a little bit. Anyways.
Sure.
But I did like them, and I like Jennifer Lawrence, and the cast was really fun. And I didn't see this one. I don't understand why. To me, it's crazy when there's a prequel where you know where everything is like a prequel to Titanic, where they're like building the boat or something would be psycho
Right.
to me. Or you're like, well, we know what happens with the boat.
Yeah.
Like, and then one guy is like, there'll be a moment in that Titanic prequel where guy's like, this hole is large enough, and then it's just, you know, a Boeing 747 like review or something.
Yeah, well, then it has to become about what they don't write it around. It has to then become about the characters, and the characters then end up the weakest part of the prequel because we already know where it's going. And then they're like, what if we just like phone it in?
What I love about a prequel to a massive franchise is the people you know will die, because you're like, well, you don't have enough. You are disposable. Your name isn't in the next one.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're just like, you have no like pressure in the world of the new ones that everyone liked.
Totally.
So anyway, so I wrote what I figured the Hunger Games, A Ballad of Songbird and Snakes was, and I will cast this up here. Here's
I did
the
not know
script.
that's what it's called.
I
A Ballad
know.
of Songbirds and Snakes.
It's about them.
It's-
So
okay, that makes sense.
I don't.
remember the
I really
Songbird
don't.
thing.
I really have no idea. So
I just want to be clear. I didn't like this movie.
yes. I mentioned what I knew about it and what you
Okay,
had mentioned
okay,
about
great.
it as well. Let me cast this up here. Bailey, will you be Flitwig?
Yes.
These people have insane names. These people have like Chat GPT Harry Potter names. When you like watch the Hunger Games, you know what it's like. It's literally like we couldn't afford the copyright to Lord of the Potter, so this is what we've named everyone. Lindsay, will you be Badman?
Badman? Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
And then Lindsay, will you also be Snow?
Yes.
And Bailey, will you be Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I think that's everybody. Bailey, Nolan, will you be Songbird? You don't have to read the script. It's once. I'll tell you when it happens.
It's once.
It's once.
That's it.
The Songbird has one line. You don't need the script.
I don't need to know.
It's
the
just a
line.
sound effect. You're going to make bird noises.
Good enough.
He was so scared.
He was panicking.
If not, I can do it.
He's like, you know, this isn't my thing.
But does that feel all right?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So everyone knows who they are.
Yeah.
And this is me. I've never seen does it say the Hunger Games in the title, or is it just called this?
No.
Okay. This is about the Hunger Games, a ballad of Walter Scruggs and Songbirds and Snakes. This is the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, never seen, by Kyle Ayers, based on the trailer and the one thing Lindsay told me about the movie. Also, I have seen the other Hunger Games movies, the 4 based on 3 books. Do you remember anything from them? I don't know, and I started writing. This franchise is like the Avatar of Harry Potter's. We all saw it. It made tons of money. Then we never thought about it again. And the last one was a book split into 2. Fade in. Exterior, outside the Capitol, which is named the Capitol. I did remember that. Daytime. We lead in with a swooping camera shot over the Capitol, trademark. The capital city of, is this a country? Is this a city? Is this a county? I don't know. This place, I remember it having a name, but I can't remember. A bunch of districts. I don't remember if the whole place had a name. Into frame swoops the small songbird soaring over a massive crowd gathered around the Capitol's center plaza. The songbird dives down, feet over the heads of the people, and the camera pans around showing us massive signs that read District 11, District 2, and so on. Crowds from each of the 13 districts represented, all cheering. Opening credits roll. As the songbird swoops in and out of the throng of people, we're introduced visually to how each district's population is made up. District 1, rich folks, fancy clothes. District 2, half as rich as District 1. District 3, half as rich as District 2, and so on. So District 13 is 0.00244140625 as wealthy as District 1. You can tell by looking at them because they have pots for heads like Johnny Appleseed and like flat pots for head. Probably pots for hats would make more sense. They're literally pots. These are pot heads.
Oh my God.
If you throw rocks at them, they're pot heads and
It is
stoners.
technically science fiction.
And they got flour sacks for clothes. Someone under the District 12 banner whistles through the gap in his only 2 teeth. The songbird continues its flight up to the center of the plaza where it lands on a giant fountain. It sings out to the masses its song of hope and joy. This is the bird's songbird. All right, we'll put one in post. What if I add just a racist slur in post? I build up that it's Nolan's one line, and then it's just Kramer's stand-up set. Okay, we hear his song of hope and joy. A giant snake flies into frame out of nowhere and eats the songbird. It's over immediately. The snake gulps the little bird down in a heavy-handed metaphor that plays out the title of the movie immediately. The title card hits, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes based on the Hunger Games, followed by a secondary title card, The Year 50 BK, Before Katniss. As the snake starts to slither away, a hand reaches down and grabs it. Lifting the snake up, we see Badman Richardson, played by Peter Dinklage. Badman holds the snake in front of his face.
Curious creature, the snake. No legs, yet constant movement. Did you know that the most common fear among people is snakes?
Badman looks up and we see Flitwick Bartletalker. These people, I don't know their names.
No, they're good. I'm taking it seriously, you guys.
Played by Jason Schwartzman, who looks like he hosts American Idol in an episode of Black Mirror. He is clearly the ancestor of the guy who hosts the Hunger Games in the Hunger Games movies about the Hunger Games. Badman continues.
And snakes are a viable enough fear, Sir Flitwig. But you know what they should fear more than snakes?
I'm sure you're going to tell me, my dear Sir Badman.
Badman looks at the snake back at him. After a brief moment, he bites off the head of the snake, chews it, and swallows it down. He then sucks the songbird out of the snake's body tube and gulps it down as well. He looks up at Flitwig.
Us. They should fear us. There's always something bigger.
Flitwick gathers himself, gives Badman a tiny... It's crazy how much I was working on it now, and by the end it is like, I wanted to go to bed. Like you will see. Flitwick gathers himself, gives Badman a tiny nod, and steps forward to the edge of the fountain facing the crowd. He pulls out a Price is Right thin microphone and starts speaking to the 13 districts.
People of this country.
Everyone cheers. They love this guy. He's the guy they know. From TV or radio or whatever's around. Those tube TVs maybe.
We here, the Capitol, trademark, thank you for coming out to Announcement Day.
The crowd goes wild.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Flitwig, you handsome devil, you. What could you possibly announce today that would be better than the last year's announcement of we are separating everyone by how much money they have and numbering you as such? Well, let me tell you, we've got a doozy. We here at the Capitol have decided.
Cut to black. There's a couple of disposable people here. Bailey, will you be disposable 1?
Yeah.
And Lindsay disposable 2?
Sure.
So he says, we here at the Capitol have decided. Cut to black. Title card weeks earlier. Interior of the Capitol inside a big, nice meeting room. Flitwick, Badman, and a couple of rich, powerful people who don't need names because they're disposable bad guys are sitting around a round table. We pick up mid-conversation.
And they bought right into it. That's the craziest part.
Separate the pores into levels of pores. In reality, it was genius. All we had to do was give them nicknames. District 4, volcanoes. The District 8, lamps. And the boom, they're in. Tribalism. They're too worried about being better or cooler than the other districts that they don't even see we're running at all.
From the darkness, this is Snow. From the darkness of the edge of the room comes a voice.
Oh, thank you for explaining it like we were an audience in a movie theater or something.
The voice steps into the light and we reveal young, eventual white beard bad guy from the other movies, Snow.
Oh, yeah, I'm Snow, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but we can only keep them occupied, squabbling amongst another for so long. We'll need something bigger, something to pit them against something to pit them against one another that is a way bigger deal than just nicknames for districts. And I think I've got just the idea.
A shot of Badman sitting tableside as a shadow overtakes his face.
Oh, sir, you don't mean to.
Snow sets down a large covered serving tray on the table. Cut back to exterior outside the Capitol, which is named the Capitol Daytime. We cut back to Flitwick addressing the crowd.
Well, let me tell you, we've got a doozy. We here at the Capitol have decided.
Flitwick glances up and sees Snow standing on the balcony of a rich person building.
On this.
Badman reaches down and picks up a silver serving tray, holding it for everyone to see. Flitwick removes its cover, revealing a giant pile of hot dogs.
A hot dog eating contest!
The roar of the crowd settles into quiet murmurs. They are unimpressed.
A hot dog contest between each district. One representative will be randomly chosen to compete against one another.
The crowd just really isn't feeling it. Flitwick begins to panic.
And the winning person gets to live in the Capitol and be famous.
The crowd perks up.
And you get a hat. A hat that says you won.
The crowd goes wild. Flitwick glances up at Snow, who gives him a nod as to say, good save, but also the price of that hat is coming out of your paycheck. Fade to exterior of the Capitol later that evening. The great drawing of competitors is underway. On stage are the chosen ones from districts 1 through 9. Next to them, Flitwick is drawing names out of a bowl held by Badman.
And from District 10, Brokey McBlue Collar.
A man throws his hands in the air, cheered by his nearby friends, and makes his way to the stage. It's like he just got called down to contestants' role on The Price is Right. I didn't mean to bring that show up twice. Flitwick and Badman nod to Brokey, who joins the other competitors on the table for the contest.
And from District 11, Poro, same clothes every day.
A repeat Poro joins the stage.
District 12 will be represented by
Flitwick fishes around in the bowl.
Sarah Everdeen.
Amongst the District 12 pile, we see Sarah, around 30 years old. She leans down to her daughter standing next to her.
Now, Mommy has to go eat a bunch of hot dogs for a hat. If I die or don't come back, make sure you have kids who also have kids.
The toddler nods. Sarah makes her way to the stage, closely followed by whoever got called from District 13. It doesn't really matter. Everyone is sitting in place for the hot dog eating contest.
First person to finish all 13 of their hot dogs, one for each district, is the winner and then gets to lead a cool life in the Capitol and make it seem like anyone could make it.
There's a lull. Badman grabs a hat from the table and yells to the crowd.
Plus the hat.
The crowd erupts again. A countdown timer begins and the whole crowd in unison counts down to the hot dog eating contest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A bell goes off and the contest begins. Everyone is fucking scarfing these dogs down. They want that hat. A couple of people pass out after a few hot dogs. But Sarah, something is special about Sarah. She blisters through the stack of glizzies, knocking all 13 out well ahead of everyone else. And she doesn't even have to do the Kobayashi bun dunk since it's not around yet. As she finishes her last hot dog, the crowd, especially folks from her district, go crazy. Flitwick holds her hand in the air.
Winner, Sarah Everdeen from District 12.
Badman places the hat on her head. The crowd is going wild, and then suddenly we hear a gunshot ring out. Then another, then 12 more. All 12 contestants who are not Sarah fall to the ground dead. From the balcony, Snow stands, smoking gun in hand. The crowd falls silent. Snow yells out. He doesn't need a microphone. He's got that bad guy commanding voice.
I decided that if you don't win the hot dog contest, you also die.
The crowd in unison gasps.
The stakes felt too small when they were just hat. Now, if you lose, you die. So remember that next time a time comes up to remember that sort of thing.
The crowd is still a little confused.
We will workshop this. It will become better and more streamlined than hot dog eating contests where losers die. But people will die. We're all new to this. Give us time. We'll even come up with a better name for these. Hungry Games.
Badman puts his arm around Sarah and tries to lead her off the stage.
Come quickly. It's not safe for you here. I've actually been a good guy. I've actually been a good guy this whole time, mostly since shit really hit the fan after the hot dog contest. We must leave. You're going to be a martyr. I think that's what that means.
But Sarah pushes back, shaking Badman's arm off her. She walks center stage in her first annual big hot dog eating contest champion hat. She clears her throat. The crowd hushes. Even Snow quiets down. Since she won the contest, she's important, and he has to respect that. Literally out of nowhere, apparently, Sarah begins to sing.
Really, hold on. Let me get into this.
Sarah singing however she wants.
Sorry.
Okay. No. I just gotta feel it.
I'm crying.
The hot dog eating contest. I won the whole thing. What's the best?
It sort of rhymes
Hold
as
on.
you go. just
Okay,
so-
let me keep that in mind. At eating. But at what cost? At what cost did it come? The songbird sings, but the snake eats her when she's done. What I ask you, is this madness? Please, daughter.
She looks out at her daughter as she's singing.
If you have a granddaughter, name her Katniss.
Everyone gasps. A songbird swoops down and full on eats a hot dog, which could represent a snake and the turning of the tables. Cut to black.
Oh my God.
Kyle, you really outdid yourself.
Yeah,
with
honestly,
this.
I am crying. Fuck. It's so much funnier when you have seen it, obviously, but like it's
You could throw it over here.
that was great.
Thank you.
Truly bravo.
Wow.
And great performance, Bailey. Truly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I
I
didn't-
actually did read this ahead of time and practiced that. As
Oh,
you could
that
probably
was a
Did you
that was
really?
a practice song.
Oh. I was like, where the fuck did you get this PDF
I was
early?
like, oh, that's a you should have.
I just didn't
done.
want to be like too shocked by
I just remembered
beautiful
that
my voice
you
is.
told me there was singing out of nowhere, and it caught you off guard.
It really
and so I
did.
started from there and worked back.
I know. I'm actually I'm glad I gave you that one detail at least.
Otherwise, more miming.
Yes, more my. I mean, honestly, it wasn't completely different.
I remember like all of the Star Wars prequel stuff.
Yeah.
There's like 80 things that just end with you seeing Darth Vader. And they're like, and
Yeah.
did you know there's a Darth Vader? All right, well, what we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna come right back and talk a little more about this movie.
You can't
Okay,
even tell.
good.
You can't even tell that
This
you've
I
ever
was-
emoted.
No, honestly, I was sobbing.
All right, we're back. A song of birds and a ballad. I could never remember ballad, and I'd be like, I literally thought this movie was called A Song of Songbirds. I'm like, this is the worst. This is such an insane. Okay, so I haven't seen it. I might at some point when it's on a streaming service watch it.
Yeah, it's on illegal ones now.
Ooh,
Okay.
good to know.
Not that I know that.
What did I nail anything? How do they? I just feel like there has to be like a Everdeen through line where you're like,
You know, at the very end, they are sitting in a field, as they do in these movies, in this district. They always have a field where, for whatever reason, no authority can find them.
Yeah.
Even though
Or like the woods.
Yeah, exactly. And she's like, "This is my favorite plant. It's called Katniss."
Yes.
And you're like, "Oh my god, they said her name."
And I'll name my daughter Hemp.
Yeah. I honestly wish they didn't, but I mean, she does break out into song, which in a way which to me did feel out of nowhere, abrasive. She had like written songs and also an inexplicable Southern accent.
Is this what I don't remember? Is there a name for the place that everything is? Like, is it? It's not called America.
Pan Am. or
Pan
something?
Am. That's right. I knew it was an airline.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the trailer before I saw it.
Okay.
I just went by the fact that like I'm usually pretty good for mindless like science fiction-y movies. I love like an environment where people have to fight each other.
I loved the first two.
Yeah.
Like so much.
And the books are great. The like Suzanne Collins is
Is
the
this
author.
this is also a book? I did
Yes.
see
Oh,
that
this
when I was
is?
looking. Up.
Oh, interesting.
Oh
Okay.
wait, really?
Yeah. This is a book. This book,
Guys,
I think.
books.
Here's
Well,
what
this one's a book, not the.
the Hunger Games are also books.
It's
Yeah, they
honestly
were huge.
it's a lot
Yeah.
more upsetting that this is a book.
This was like a rushed thing. When I looked after I wrote it, I was like, "Was this a book as well?" And this book came out in 2020, and
Yeah.
then they made the
Oh.
movie since then.
Is it by the same
I think so.
author?
She probably just wrote it for the. I mean, honestly, it's like she's got to feed her kids.
The main talking point about this book that I saw online was that it had a digital release during COVID. That's like everyone was like, "We had a digital book launch." I'm like,
Wow.
This was what it was. And I always didn't even mind that these are like very heavy-handed with like the social commentary.
yeah,
I didn't mind it
absolutely.
at all because the acting is good, and I did always think it was funny that they don't care if the poor people practice weaponry in the woods.
Oh, exactly.
Like we're like letting these people become savants at killing us.
No, the gobbledygook rules that they make up is always my favorite part because I'm just like, you know what? You know that I don't care, and I don't.
Yeah, and the fact that they had a hard time selling you on the fact that it ever existed, that they would do this.
Sure,
I don't know if that's what they try and set up. Is this movie when they're invented?
The Hunger Games.
Yeah, is this where they decide to do the killing room?
Yes, yeah. So
Okay.
so this is like the first. They're calling it like, I believe like an experiment.
I've heard
It's
of
a
those.
hilarious pitch. If you're like the first guy who's like
Yeah.
because that's what I pictured. Everyone else is like, okay, we could. I think like every district like has a thing like they
Yeah.
make like textiles or
Or
cattle
they're
or like whatever, you
farmers
know.
or
Yeah.
And so it's just so
fishermen,
funny to be like, and then what if they all die but one? And then if that doesn't land,
Yeah.
you're like fired from the Capitol.
It's also so alarming because I didn't watch the trailer at all, right? So I'm going in blind. Viola Davis is the like evil scientist doctor
Okay.
who's like behind all of it. And I just like find her so not believable in that role because she's animated the way that they, the acting style is like animated in the way that they are
Yeah.
all in the Capitol where they're like, yeah.
Right. They're all like the host of the Hunger Game. They all behave in like this
the
performative
Stanley
style.
Tucci,
Yes.
like-
That's who it was
yeah.
Stanley Tucci. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, just based on the trailer, Jason Schwartzman's character is like Stanley Tucci's grandpa or something.
Yeah.
They do kind
'Cause
of
they-
look related.
I
now
think
that
they're
I'm
trying to
thinking
make
about
like
it.
that is like the nepo baby
Yeah.
of the Hunger Games.
Yeah,
I couldn't
yeah.
really follow the line. What the best part was that Peter Dinklage played what he does best, which is like a cynical drunk. I don't even know if he drank, but I was like, you're drunk.
But sort of like a fast
feel
talk,
it.
like a fast talking sort of.
no, the slow.
really?
Well, the slow talking where he's just like casually like delivering his lines.
Yeah.
The only one in the whole thing.
Okay, was
Or
he
like
good
a
or bad?
Tyrion type
I mean,
of character.
he's just so compelling to watch in general
I
that
love him.
he carried the movie.
Mm-hmm.
The lead, I was like, you're unbearable. She was the lead in West Side Story, the movie.
Oh,
That's a good couple years though.
Okay.
Yeah, they wrote her as like, I mean, her character was like, like the most annoying theater girl you've ever met.
If you're
in
like
your
really,
life.
Yeah.
really a young up and coming actor in Hollywood and you kill it for a couple of years, you can someday hope to be in something that hasn't been 6 other things already.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
Like maybe we'll put
Especially-
you in a thing that is you're the first of it.
Well, if you're an attractive female too, and you have the ability to sing, they're just like, yeah, let's just put you in all the stupid shit.
Okay, so I feel like I nailed it 100%.
No, you did. Absolutely.
I can't fathom. I mean, I just figure hot dogs.
Honestly,
I loved
Easiest
the
to bulk
glizzies.
cook.
I loved
Yeah.
it.
That could be the Easter egg of this movie is that Snow invented the word glizzy.
I'm a big fan of kids killing each other personally. So you did go a different direction.
Yeah.
Have you seen Battle Royale?
Yes.
Yeah. How good is that?
I mean, I love it.
Oh, the movie that made Fortnite?
And The Hunger Games.
Oh, the
Did
Hunger Games
it?
is based off. I mean, I think Fortnite's just a battle royale, just a bunch of people killing each other on an island. till
Battle
one's left.
Royale is, I mean, yeah, I love
The Hunger
every
Games is
version
based
of
on
that.
this film Battle Royale, right?
Unofficially. I mean, it came
Unofficially.
out, like, I think 10 years before the books did.
Yeah.
Japanese novel did.
But did these come out before or after the Nintendo 64 game for The World Is Not Enough, where they had a King of the Hill version in the multiplayer?
Oh my
So
God.
this is what we need to get to the bottom
That's
of.
definitely it.
That's
came
what the
first? This
Hunger
is the
Games is
chicken or the
based
egg?
on. The King of
Is,
the Hill Battle Royale.
Is a Nintendo
N64.
64 ROM I have on
I
my
love that.
Mac.
Sorry,
Christ.
another thing I just wanted to point out, because I love it so much, is
What do you love so much?
have you seen Beyond Thunderdome, the Tina Turner Mad Max movie?
No.
Mel Gibson one? There's a guy who gives a monologue about what Thunderdome is and the rules of it before Mel Gibson and a character named Master Blaster like have to fight.
Oh,
You
shit.
gotta have
Sounds
some
like
rhyme.
he'd be good at fingering.
You should watch it. You're gonna love it.
Does he
Yeah,
finger
I'll look
someone?
it up.
He
I'm
has
not gonna
no
say
fingers.
either way.
He has no fingers. That's probably
Master
That's the
Blaster.
Fury Road.
He's such a kooky character, and he almost sings it as a song, but it's not a song. It's just a very musical Australian. It's such a specific delivery
Describing a song.
that almost everything about the Stanley Tucci guy in
Yeah.
are from this guy.
I just
in my
really,
opinion.
I really
Oh.
feel like based on the
Oh.
trailer that Jason Schwartzman, that's supposed to be the same family.
They have the same bone structure.
They have
so
the same
Yeah.
bone
definitely-
structure.
Is Tucci a
And
Coppola?
and I also, sorry, can we not say the sentence is Tucci a Coppola?
because the answer is
Will
yes.
you make bumper stickers for never seen it that
Is
just say is
Tucci a
Tucci?
Coppola?
Honk if you think Tucci's a Coppola.
I love that.
If you're this close, pull up around and ask me if I think Tucci's a Coppola.
Jesus
They do,
Christ.
you go-
I know why the
Maybe.
caged birds are Coppolas.
I really like that.
I'm just I feel like what I really think, because it's a prequel made off to be a prequel
Yeah.
to is it probably did what the Star Wars prequels wanted to do a lot, which is like
Murder a bunch of kids.
Easter egg a bunch of and murder a bunch of kids.
Hell
yes.
yeah. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
you've seen those, right? There's like a ton of kid murder in Star Wars.
So I almost told you that Star Wars was one that I've never seen, and I did see it like years ago, but I haven't seen any of the
I
other.
think
follow-ups or
one of the
prequels.
prequels. There's just a lot of kids getting killed by one guy.
That's
Yeah.
I mean that's fucking sick, bro.
Oh my God, Lindsay, you'd love it.
It's crazy because
Yeah.
he
really
calls
good.
them glizzies.
yeah.
So I know that I'm pretty sure it's Snow. I remembered his name, and he has the
Yeah.
white beard, and
was in
is
it.
the young him
He's
who becomes the
Donald
old Snow,
Sutherland.
right? Trump.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does. It's like I couldn't
I
follow.
knew it. I
if-
knew it based on the trailer that it was like
Yes.
maybe that because they said it.
Yeah. Snow played a character that was supposed to have some sort of empathy, and I actually like couldn't follow it and didn't
The
try
guy who becomes
to.
like a straight up dictator.
Yeah, but like I
He's
think
a good guy.
I like can't remember because this was like the first Hunger Games. I don't remember like when Hunger Games started. What I think it was like this is the 100th Hunger Game or something like.
Oh,
that.
yeah,
the
yeah.
ages didn't match up for me.
Okay, yeah.
So I was.
That's
a
where I was
little-
like 50 maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like you can't be so because Snow has to still be alive.
Right.
So if he's like 20, he could be 70.
Maybe it wasn't even. Maybe it was like the 31st Hunger Games or something like that. I don't know what it was, but
It would be tight to be in the 69th Hunger Games. For
Yeah.
the set, like everyone's like, that's talking about Master Blaster.
Instead of killing each other, they have to fuck, and like whoever has the most orgasms.
Yeah. The
Wins.
Thin Glizzy is the cover band. Okay, I think we can put a bow on. I wonder if there will be more. All of these universes, Star Wars especially is doing it because there's so many shows and movies. They're just like, you remember that movie we made? What if we portrayed on screen every minute in the history of that universe?
Yeah.
Like Harry Potter keeps making these. Like,
You know
what
what
if everything that was ever referenced in the history of this franchise played out on screen
we need
fully?
to see like all of it. I could also see them doing like what they did with Squid Games on Netflix, like a reality version of the Hunger Games where
people actually do it.
where
they really get the
Now
point of
that
the whole
I
thing
would
and act it
watch.
out.
or it's like paintball or something,
Sure.
you know. But like,
But it is
it's
real
still-
poor people.
It is. Oh my
yeah,
god,
yeah.
essential.
And they have to eat the
essential
paintball
that they're
guns.
poor.
They take elements from mine, the eating, and elements from the Hunger Games, the ammunition.
The pilot starts by going over every contestant's tax returns from the following year.
No, they have to prove that they're poor.
It says here you wrote off half of your studio apartment as an office. We're gonna put you District 11. Okay, we're gonna. What's our time looking like on here? I think we're just gonna keep going. We're gonna play a game here.
36.
All right. Actually, we'll get to this other one in a minute. We're gonna play a game on that we play here on the podcast all the time. This game is called Before and Afters.
Get ready to play Before and Afters.
How this game works is 2 movies have been smashed together into one movie. I will tell you the smashed together plot. You have to tell me the smashed together title. So, for instance, like over Uncut Gemini Man. Could
Love
be
it.
Uncut Gems and Gemini Man. Would you mind tossing me one of those pens there, Nolan? Just doesn't matter which one, as long as it's not that green one.
This is going to be great because I've had COVID 3 times and I can't remember any movie I've seen in the last 10 years.
Same.
Ooh. Well, then this is
Exact
perfect.
same. I
Yeah.
just got over my 3rd round. I don't remember a lot of words
Oh,
now.
yeah, dude. We
Don't remember a lot of words now.
No, same. I'm pretty, like, it's pretty cool.
You can compete
Brain
against one
fried
another, or you
bad.
can work together. It's up to you.
We'll see how it goes.
How you'd like to do it. And here we go. So I'll read you the first plot. You tell me let's see, Wolf of Wall Street, Saving Private Silverman, Argo, which is Argo and Fargo. A lot of them, right? Those are some examples. Here we go.
Right.
First plot. A giant murderous shark adapts to life in a maximum security prison before planning his escape.
Ooh, I feel like I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Jaws.
Shawshank Redemption. Yeah.
Congratulations. Oh, wait. This is how they start the first Hunger Games. Peter Dinklage.
I just want to say I don't feel like I want to compete with Bailey.
Great.
No, I
Okay.
think we should work together.
Yeah, I agree.
This
I
is
would
the
never go
insulting
against you.
prop
I
they
know, I
gave
would
Peter
never.
Dinklage was
I don't
that
want-
horn. All right, I'll keep score here on the back of one of these. So
There's no score. We're
no, it's 8-8
oh okay. There's no score. Don't fucking write a score.
because you guys both got 4 points for that one and then 4 points for your great reading of the script.
Sick. Thank you.
Number 2, a fish loses his son and must try and track down and save him from an island where you age rapidly.
Oh, is it
Finding
Finding
Nemo?
Dory or
Oh.
no Finding Nemo.
Nemold?
Yeah,
Finding
old.
Nemold.
Finding Nemo is correct.
Damn, so you got the name right. Oh, so we have to guess the name, the
Yeah.
joint name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
like Finding Nemold. Who wrote that?
Yeah,
I do have to give shout outs to, I think I wrote that one.
I love that.
Some of these titles were written by people on the Discord. Rocky, Masubi, Bubs. Thank you for submitting these. If you want to
Perfect.
play before and afters, go find the Discord at fart.kyleayers.com. And basically, it's a big message board for fans, and we got a robot in there that'll play this game with you with the 1,000 before and afters we've had on
That's
the show
so
before.
cool.
All right, Finding Nemold. Next one. 3 years after a scandal ended his presidency, a cryogenically frozen international man of mystery is interviewed on national television.
I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Wait, can you read it one more time?
It's disappearing like a Harry Potter map. 3 years after a scandal ended his presidency, a cryogenically frozen international man of mystery is interviewed on national television.
I feel like this is unfair because there's been multiple movies made about presidents, and
I feel like this game is targeting me because there's been more than one movie before. And this could be referencing one of the other ones.
honestly, there's been multiple movies about presidents. There's been multiple movies about
interviews.
international mystery man. The people have been on TV.
International Man Mystery is the tagline to the movie.
So like James
International-
Bond.
Oh, okay.
Wait, Austin Powers?
I've never seen any Austin Powers or James Bond.
I haven't seen any James Bonds.
It's not James Bond.
Okay.
Nolan, do you want to guess? This always plays good on video.
Frost Powers.
We're looking for Frostin' Powers Nixon.
Shit, I got half of
Frostin'
it.
Powers.
yeah.
That's 2 points for Lindsay for getting half of it.
Good job.
Okay,
12
thank
to
you.
10.
Okay.
Not competing against one another, but someone is winning.
Oh, God.
Final before and after. The story of the life and career of a legendary R&B musician who went blind at age 7 and attempted to break parole and reinvent himself as a mayor and factory owner.
Ray.
Yeah, Ray. But then I don't know the other one.
I don't either.
Reinvent himself as a
Mayor and factory owner. Ray, it can't be Wonka.
Is that Fargo?
Rayleigh Wonka.
Rayleigh Wonka.
Rayleigh Wonka's pretty good.
I don't think that's it though. I don't know. I don't know what
Shit.
the second one
I'll
is.
elaborate a little bit here.
Yeah.
The story of the life and career of a legendary rhythm and blues musician who went blind at age 7. My elaboration is expanding R&B to rhythm and blues.
honestly.
And then I'm like, come on. Who went blind at age 7 and attempted to break parole and reinvent himself as a mayor and factory owner despite relentless pursuit from the man who freed him.
I don't think I've seen this one. Can we phone in Nolan?
No.
I got nothing.
Yeah. What is
All right,
it?
we are looking for Ray Miserables.
Oh.
What? How is that? Okay.
I didn't follow the plot of Les
It's a hard plot
Yeah.
it's a hard plot
if you
to
had
write.
said Ray Charles goes blind and Anne Hathaway cuts her hair off and sings into the
Thank
camera, I think we would have
you.
gotten it.
Right, well, that's
If you had
referencing multiple of the real
literally
names of the actors
just
in the
said-
movie.
Okay, well, like I said, we would have gotten it.
An
Well,
old-timey
why don't
dude
you
fucks
fucking
a
take it up with
prostitute.
Rocky? Ray Miserables. That one's a fun one to say, though.
Ray Miserables is
Ray
good.
Mis- yeah.
But yeah, you missed the actual plot
All
points.
right, well, Bailey loses 1 point for questioning the game. I don't make the rules.
I don't like that.
It's 9 to 12. Well,
You're
now,
making-
now it's 9 to 11 because it's a funnier score. I don't know why I rewrite all of it. What is this for? The writing of the numbers down. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back with a brand new game we've never done on the podcast in the history of the 300 episodes of the podcast.
I'm so excited.
We will be right back. All right, we're back. I promised a brand new game. That is what we're going to do. This game, brand new, that we have never played before, doesn't really have a name. I'm going to call it You've Never Seen It, so we redacted some of the lines, and let's see what you think happens in this movie.
Oh my God.
You told me some other movies you hadn't seen.
Yes.
I took a famous scene from one of the movies you hadn't seen.
Okay.
I redacted lines from it, and
Okay.
so we're going to read the scene, and you're going to have to just fill in the redacted lines.
Oh, I love it.
So you told me you'd never seen Lord of the Rings.
Right.
I took a scene from Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, and
I've seen scenes.
okay, then this may help.
Yeah.
I'll pass out these scripts here. Here you go.
Thank you.
We're gonna start from Strider's line. We're not gonna riff all that redacted.
Are
stuff
these
there.
their real names?
These are the real. This is the real script.
Oh,
this is the actual
oh,
script.
fuck me.
This is the actual script from Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. We will be doing the scene where the Fellowship of the Ring is forming.
Okay.
Anytime it is a character, starting from here down, you'll be playing Boromir and Gimli, Lindsay. And you will have to fill in all of the dark lines from Boromir and Gimli. And you'll also be playing Sam. So you will be having those will be your 3 characters. So you'll have to
This
fill in their
feels
lines.
like a script that you wrote, but
I wish.
like a
Would I
group-
be in this closet if I wrote Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring? Maybe, because this feels like where Peter Jackson might hang out. So you will be Boromir, Gimli, and Sam. And I left parts of their lines in, redacted parts of other ones, so you just sort of read them. However, you get to see the length the line is. Bailey, you'll be Strider and all that entails. I believe you know. You will also be
yeah.
you'll also be Elrond. Bailey, you're just going to be everybody else.
okay.
Okay, and I'll do the stage directions.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'm
And so this is
excited.
once again a scene from Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring.
Wait, which is this the first
the
movie?
first movie?
Okay.
This is the formation of the Fellowship. Lindsay will be playing a few parts, even though she hasn't seen the movie, so she'll be filling in what she thinks they probably said.
I love this so much. I'm
All
so
right,
excited.
so from Strider.
You cannot wield it. None of us can. The One Ring answers to Sauron alone. I have to nail this part because this is so iconic.
Yeah.
It has no other master.
Angle on. Boromir turns and looks at Strider coolly.
I mean, this is like hard. It sounds like she did a Boston accent.
Boromir just sounds like the neighborhood
Scathing.
Mark Wahlberg grew up in.
I don't know if I can carry it all the way through. I could be the master.
Sure, that's what he...
That's
Strider
not-
says
it's
nothing,
not
and
too far.
Boromir turns away dismissively. That's actually kind of Boromir's attitude towards the beginning.
Yeah.
Angle on. Legolas stands up.
This is no mere ranger. He is Aragorn, son of Arathorn. You owe him your allegiance.
Angle on. Frodo looks at Strider questioningly. Boromir turns sharply. Boromir.
Aragorn. All right, I'll stop. Aragorn, this is my dick.
I left the question mark at the end.
And heir to the throne of Gondor.
Strider says in Elvish with subtitles.
Oh, have a dad like sit down.
I can't. This is so
Boromir replies to Strider.
Oh, sorry. Wait, what?
What does Boromir say back to them?
Oh. Am I looking at a different
No,
one?
you're right here.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Great. Gandalf.
Aragorn is right. We cannot use it.
Elrond.
You have only one choice. The ring must be destroyed.
On the soundtrack, the hum of the ring seems to grow louder in Frodo's ears. Angle on. Gimli suddenly stands, excited.
Then we shall. Then we shall go to lunch.
Not totally out of Gimli's character.
This is my favorite thing that's ever happened on this podcast. Seeing
Gimli,
Lindsay,
Gimli, after requesting a lunch break, rushes forward. He swings his axe down on the ring. The axe shatters with a deafening crack. Gimli falls backwards, staring in disbelief at the ring, unharmed. Angle on. Frodo winces as an angry image of the fiery eye hits him. He slumps in his chair, clutching his forehead. Gandalf looks at him with concern. Elrond.
the ring cannot be destroyed, Gimli, son of Gloin, by any craft that we here possess. The ring was made in the fires of Mount Doom. Only there can it be unmade. It must be taken deep into Mordor
Good Lord.
and cast into the fiery chasm from whence it came. One of you must do this.
Stunned silence. The council sits with downcast eyes as if a great dread has descended upon them. Boromir addresses the council in a quiet voice, and so everyone listening knows this line is like half redacted but half still there.
Okay. One does not simply, it says quiet voice, right? One does not simply go into a fiery chasm. Its black,
Damn.
its black gates are guarded by little elves. There's evil there that does not sleep. And, Chupacabra is ever watchful. It is a dark horse riddled with...
Dark horse?
I don't know.
There is that.
This is hard.
So far, everything you've named is there, which
okay.
is wild.
Yeah.
It is a dark horse riddled with AIDS.
Okay, we've taken a turn.
But also kind of still true.
Kind
You
of
could
still
describe
true.
Mordor as a dark horse riddled with
Can we
That's
go
true.
a dark horse riddled with COVID? COVID and bronchitis and a cold. The very air you breathe is a hazard. Not with this ring. Could you do this? It is impossible.
Nice.
Legolas.
Have you heard nothing Lord Elrond has said? The ring must be destroyed.
Gimli replies,
Don't you think I've been listening?
and then I just left in a whole Boromir line.
And what if we fail? What then? What happens when Sauron takes back what's his?
Gimli leaps to his feet.
I will not. I will be dead before I see Sauron get his goods.
A storm of argument erupts around the room, close on Frodo. Sound disappears as he watches in slow motion, the angry faces, the shaking fists, the accusatory fingers. His eyes move to the ring. The hum grows louder in his head. Gimli.
Never trust an elf.
Oh my god.
That's the exact line.
That is the
Wait,
line.
Shut the fuck up, you guys.
That is literally the line.
That's the exact line.
Oh my god.
Lindsay,
I am a genius.
you could have written this whole thing.
You
I
could have.
know, you're right. You're right.
Close on the ring fills the screen. Streams with blood flow across the surface. Flames flicker within the gold band. Gandalf.
Do you not understand why while we bicker amongst ourselves, Sauron's power grows. No one will escape it. You will all be destroyed with your homes burnt and your families put to the sword.
Oh, you're Frodo as well. Close on Frodo, breathing rapidly, caught in the grip of his hideous vision. With the huge effort of will, Frodo tears his gaze upon the ring. Angle on Frodo suddenly stands. He speaks in a strong, clear voice to the group.
I will be there. I will be there. I will be inside the chasm.
Sudden silence. Frodo looks around the room at the astonished faces.
Thought I just put that out there.
Just put that out there. Angle on Gandalf rises to his feet. Gandalf to Frodo.
I will help you bear this burden, Frodo Baggins, as long as it is yours to bear.
Aragorn to Frodo.
It is by my life or death I can protect you. I will. You have my sword.
Aragorn steps forward, followed by Legolas and Gimli.
And you have my bow.
And Gimli.
And my hat.
I'm sorry, this is so long. I couldn't figure out when to end it at all. I could not figure out when to end this.
This is really vulnerable.
Angle on Boromir looks at all of them and then walks to Frodo.
You stupid little one.
Boromir then looks towards Elrond and Gandalf.
If this is indeed the will of the council, then guess I gotta go along with it.
You honestly have captured Boromir's energy really well.
Like,
Wow.
to a T. Like, I don't think you realize
Half
how
of
on
Gimli's
point you are.
lines and
Boromir
all of
just
Boromir's
sounds-
energy.
I think I'm just, like intuitively understanding his name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're channeling.
Yeah, I'm channeling.
Angle on. All right, Bailey,
Oh,
you be the rest of the redacted ones.
okay.
Angle on Frodo stares in wonder as the greatest fighters in Middle-earth stand at his side. Unseen is Sam.
Fuck.
A sudden noise. Sam pops up from behind a bush.
Mr. Frodo's got a nice ass.
Oh, you know the lines.
I honestly don't remember.
I don't remember
know
it
it's
either.
not that, but I don't remember what he says there.
I mean,
Elrond to Sam.
No, indeed. It is hardly possible to separate you, even when he is summoned to a secret council and you are not.
Angle on Mary, Bailey, and Pippin, Lindsay, jump out from behind another bush. This is like one of the greatest movies ever made, and the stage directions are so absurdly... Angle on two
jump
bush
out from a
guys.
bush.
They jump out from behind another bush.
Oi, we're coming too. You'd have to send us home tied up in a sack to stop us.
Pippin.
anyway, you need my help because I am a smart little bitch.
Dude, that is. I mean, I'm not joking. I think he.
That is, like,
the line
nearly
is
what
like,
he says,
and
yeah.
you need. No, I'm not. I think the line is like, and you need a really intelligent person to go along with you.
Yeah, I actually think that is what he says.
That's so wild.
Because then the next line is Mary.
Well, that rules you out, Pip.
Elrond surveys the group. Elrond.
9 companions, so be it. You shall be the Fellowship of the Ring.
Pippin.
Great. Let's do this.
Lindsay!
Oh my God, you do. That was such a good game.
I actually am blown away because I'm pretty sure Pippin's line is like,
Yeah.
oh, and you need some intelligent fellows to go along.
Yeah.
And you,
Wow.
Yeah, that's literally. I'm so impressed.
that's the best I've ever
Wow.
felt in my whole life.
That's so funny. Yeah, I think I started to understand obviously what was going like they're preparing for their journey or whatever.
Yeah.
But oh fuck, that was.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know.
And then if you wouldn't mind just doing the rest of the redacted page there.
Yeah.
The next redacted files we're going to take turns reading. This is the Epstein list that came out. I will be playing Bill.
Great.
Well, hey, what are we looking at on time? I feel like we're pretty good. 56. Yeah, we're pretty good. I think that feels great.
Yeah.
Lindsay, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. This
Bailey,
was so fun.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, of course.
If you guys want to let anyone know where to find you and things that are going on, this is the perfect time for that.
Okay, great. Bailey?
When is this coming out?
Tomorrow.
Oh, okay. On Friday, if you're in LA, Lyric Hyperion, Femmes the Rules, the show where men get interrupted. It's a show I host.
Such a funny show.
Lindsay has done it. Lindsay is maybe my all-time favorite interrupter ever on the show. Yeah, so that's happening 9:30 at the Lyric Hyperion. And then in May, Femmes the Rules is also going to be at Rip City in Portland. I think it's the first weekend in May.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
You can find me on Instagram at Lindsay Adams is popular, where I post a variety of things around. I'm not really pitching myself well. Look, I post croissant reviews sometimes. I eat a lot of baked goods. Obviously, I post my stand-up. You can also come to either of my weekly shows in LA if you're there. Saturday night, Good Heroin at Stories. And Monday, we have a show at Senor Fish in Eagle Rock.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for listening. Once again, if you want to find the Discord, fart.kylers.com. Thanks to everyone who did our Secret Santa, where you get a gift from a movie you've never seen, but the gift would make more sense if you'd seen the movie. If you guys have videos or pictures of you unboxing or showing those off, send them my way, and we'll be posting those on Never Seen It's Instagram and stuff. Thank you.
Yay! Yay! Oh my God, that was so funny.
I've never seen it.